Hello everyone, I'm Christina, I'm physical therapist at Limbslengthening, and here I'm with my patient from Jordan who has reached 7 centimeters with LON method on his femurs. Today we are going to talk about iliotibial band because it is a very interesting and important topic, and we are going to talk about it, how it is being affected during limb lengthening surgery. And so, can you tell us how did you feel during the first weeks of limb lengthening, and when did you start feeling that your legs are being spread apart?
Yeah, so my first weeks, let's say first 2 weeks, I was good. I wasn't having any issue. I was feeling some tension in the side of my legs, like starting from the knee till the hip. But it was normal tension. When I was doing the stretches, it was like I was feeling good after that. But somewhere maybe after 4.5 centimeter, I start feeling that there is a power, or something is pushing my legs outside, and like no matter what I try to bring them back, still something is pushing push them outside. I try to use things like the sleeping band.
Yes, we call it the sleeping band, but it's actually the resistance band. It looks like this. We give it to every patient at the beginning of the limb lengthening process, and its action is, of course, to primarily put legs together to prevent from IT band getting tight. Little note here, IT band cannot actually get tight because it is primarily just a fibrous tissue, and it attaches to two muscles. One is gluteus here at the gluteus region, gluteus maximus, and another one is tensor fasciae lata here on the side. So during the surgery, the doctor actually makes a little release to let the IT band stretch, because it has very little flexibility. So usually it gets tight due to these two muscles, tensor fasciae lata here and gluteus maximus. So that's what happened with our patient. Yes, you were using it at first, but then what happened?
Well, I was using it for quite long, but then it was getting very difficult with time. To a
How
point.
difficult? What did you feel when you were using it? We try to use this primarily at night.
Exactly, when I was sleeping. The main pain for me was the pin side pain in the hip area, as a kind of a stabbing pain. And I was trying to take like painkillers or whatever, but it wasn't really working. The only way I was comfortable is when my legs were wide, because when your legs are wide, you don't feel this stabbing pain. Whenever you try to bring your legs together, you feel again the stabbing pain. Some days were good, some days were bad, but generally when I reached 5, 6, it was the worst. Like my legs were, I think, almost even, probably like the walker, wide.
Yeah, more,
So,
more
even maybe more.
Yeah.
So it was very wide. When I was sleeping, I was like every day my legs getting wider and wider. I was noticing that. And to be honest, from my side, I tried too much to use it. I tried even to stretch, like sideways,
exactly.
sideways. But I came to know it's maybe due to my anatomy, or like there's some reason why the IT band, even though it was in the surgery, it was cut, it was released, yet it was very tight in my case. So
it was not actually the IT band that was tight. Your gluteal muscles here and your tensor fasciae lata muscle, they were really tight. If you remember, I did the massage and it was so much painful for you. You were screaming from pain because they were like a stone. They were incredibly tight. That's what happens.
And they affected the IT band.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but well, luckily, I don't know what happened, maybe some magic. After the fixator removal, I think the doctor do again maybe.
Yes, again some little release, yes.
Yeah, and just maybe, if I remember right, 4 or 5 days, I was able to get my legs back. Now I can do like this.
Yes.
I was never able to do that before. This is like magic for me. I can do like this, even I can do it in the other leg. So this is something which means that I hope that the IT band is now like sorted out. Even when I sleep, I notice that my legs are getting closer. If I'm conscious enough, I can even get them more close. So it was a story actually.
So when you had this issue with IT band, do you remember how it affected your walk?
Yeah, it became severe. I think after 5 centimeters, like my walk started to be awkward. I wasn't able to get my legs together, and it was having a very wide walk.
And I think you were walking on your tiptoes.
Oh, yes. True.
Yes, you couldn't press on your heels.
Yeah.
And it happens because primarily the action of IT band is to stabilize the hip and knee joints. And when it is too tight, it puts your leg into the abducted position, I mean, apart from each other.
Yeah.
That's why it makes the walk so much more difficult. And in general, it makes your posture much worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Even I'm not sure if it's due to the IT band, but I noticed that my knees were kind of bent inwards, like to this direction, like this.
Yes.
So probably it's also
it affects
because of the IT band.
Exactly. How do you feel now? Do you feel any difficulty walking?
No, not anymore. I don't have the stippy toes or wide legs. I'm very comfortable now. You would have like some minimal pain, but it's not due to IT band. It's something else, maybe nerve pains or whatever. But I think the IT band thing is. I was having though after the removal, maybe because of the release, was having some pain, but then now I don't have it anymore. Like I think here, where the IT, because I think the IT band is here, right, in this
yes,
area.
Exactly.
So I was having the pain somewhere here, but now I don't have it anymore.
I see. Do you remember how we managed your IT band after removal? What kind of exercises?
Oh yeah. We were doing something like that. We were doing this like you always try to stretch this area. So you need to always do like this.
Mostly glutes,
and like this also sometimes. When you do like this, you feel the tension all the way here. And if you remember also somewhere, even before the removal, we were, like standing up and doing things like that.
Yes,
so you kind of stretch all this area.
Yeah,
and then I was doing like, when I was raising my leg for the hamstrings, I was always trying to bring my legs sideways so that I feel the tension here. So yeah, it was like a couple of stretches, but I think mainly the IT band, like no matter what you stretch it won't really respond.
Yeah, because it has no flexibility actually. It is a tendon.
Yeah. So I think if it wasn't released, I probably think I would still have the white legs. So it was really a good call from doctor, because when he saw me before the fixator, he said it happens like you kind of like having this anatomy, so we would need to do the release again, but don't worry, it's normal. I will do it, and then maybe in a week time you will be back. And that's what happened. It was released, and maybe in 5-6 days. And so I think it's important to stretch, but again the IT band is like need to be released too, so that. But maybe I'm not sure though. Maybe before the surgery or before I do the limb lengthening, I wasn't really flexible in this area. Maybe this have to do with it.
Just some people have also already tight glute muscles.
Yeah,
maybe
probably.
Your muscles were already tight, and that's what caused it. It can be. So right now, what kind of exercises do you do in your daily activities?
I try to be honest with you, the most exercise that I'm trying to do now is walking, because I think walking is by itself stretching. When you walk too much, you are stretching mainly, especially the hamstrings or the quads. But from time to time, I do like this position. I try always to do it, and I feel the tension here, which is good. And I always try to do like this. So when you do this thing, you feel the tension here. Like I said, I sometimes with the band, I kind of raise my leg and try to bring it, sideways. But mainly I'm doing these exercises like this when I feel the tension and the other leg. And so this one is much better. This one is a little bit, maybe till now a little bit tight. But again, it's doable. You can do it.
Do you feel any instability when you walk?
Not anymore. No, not really. Before I was, if you remember, even I wasn't able to stand. And some days, like when I was having it very severe, I was like, I want to support, I want to walk or a crutch to just stand.
But even, after removal, after the IT band release, do you feel this instability or not?
No, not anymore. No. I'm pretty stable now. I can stand up for maybe an hour. Won't have a problem, or 30 minutes. Of course, you get tired, but it's not because you are unstable, because your legs are weak. So I think my stability now is hopefully back to normal, or like almost back to normal. I don't have issue with the stability. It's the muscles are weak, and you kind of rebuilding them from scratch. So
a quick recap. Sometimes things like this happen with IT band, and the main reason are, of course, muscle tension in the tensor fasciae lata and the gluteal muscles, and also, of course, some anatomical differences of each person. But as you can see, even these much hard cases are being solved, and right now it doesn't look like he had any problem with the IT band, and he doesn't feel any instability in his hip or his knee. So, last question, I know we already talked about this, but do you have any regrets about this process, and
No,
what can you
never.
advise to people who
Never.
want to do the surgery?
I just say that try to do your research before you do the surgery, and know what is your goal, and try to do some stretches, because I think the more flexible you are, the better you would be. And don't be afraid. If it's something, it's like nagging in your head, you need to do it. There is no way around it. If you have the IT band like myself, it's gonna be solved, don't worry. So, because maybe you'll be having the IT band, you never know. But yeah, do it. Just do it. Don't think too much.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.